The Empty Jar, a story of what truly matters. Once upon a time, a wise professor stood before his class, holding nothing but an empty glass jar. Without saying a word, he picked up a few large rocks and gently placed them inside the jar, one by one. When the jar was filled to the top, he looked at his students and asked, "Is the jar full?" They nodded. "Yes, it's full." The professor smiled and reached under the table. He pulled out a bag of small pebbles and began to pour them in. He gently shook the jar. The pebbles rolled into the gaps between the rocks. Again he asked, "Now, is the jar full?" The students laughed. Now it's full. But he wasn't done. He reached for a bag of sand and poured it in slowly. The sand filled every remaining space between the rocks and the pebbles. Once more he asked, "And now?" "Definitely full," they said. Then finally he pulled out a cup of water and poured it in until the jar overflowed. The class burst into laughter. The professor raised his hand, and the room fell silent. "My friends," he said, "this jar represents your life. The rocks are the things that truly matter: your family, your health, your dreams. Even if everything else was gone, your life would still be full. The pebbles are the other things that matter: your job, your house, your hobbies. Nice to have, but not essential. The sand is the small stuff: emails, bills, social media, distractions. And the water?" He smiled. "That's everything else you waste your time on when you forget what matters." So, what's the lesson? If you fill your jar with sand first, there's no room for rocks, no space for what truly matters. But if you put the big things in first, everything else will find its place. Prioritize your rocks. Your time is limited, your energy is precious, and your jar can only hold so much. Make sure it's filled with what truly counts. If you don't prioritize what truly matters, life will be filled with the unimportant, leaving no space for joy, growth, and connection. So always start with your rocks. Ask yourself, did I care for my body today? Did I connect with people I love? Did I do something that aligns with my purpose? Only once those are in place should you let the pebbles, sand, and water flow in. Because in the end, a full life isn't one filled with everything, it's one filled with the right things. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful life lessons.